Well, hello once again. Today is Saturday, February 22nd, and we're going to do our meeting highlights. Today we talked about exercise. And on the back is the recipe for a flank steak. I'll leave that at the end so that you can try it out and see if you like it. Try it, you'll like it. But there's my book. Let's see how I did. As you can see, I haven't done too well in the last 2 weeks. Look at all those poopy stickers. But I'll give you a little clue. I lost 2.8. So my total loss is 69.1. So I have to lose 7.9 to get back to my 77 pounds. But I'm on the right track. I'm going well. I'm doing well. I plan on tracking today and tomorrow. I usually don't track on the weekends, and that's when I have my big downfall. So I am going to track, and then for Lent, I'm giving up all basically comfort foods. All my cookies, candies, cakes, pies, pop, chips, pretzel. Well, maybe not pretzels. But, you know, anything that I tend to snack on now that are not the healthiest choices. But anyway, let's talk about the pamphlet a little bit today. It's move more each day. Oh, my quote is, it's a funny quote. It's not an inspirational quote, but it's kind of funny. I did like it. It's exercise. I thought you said extra fries. You tricked me. I thought that was cute. I guess it's not very motivational, but I kind of liked it. Anyway, it talks about on days when carving out a block of time for activity is hard, you might wind up pushing it off until tomorrow. Instead, look for ways to fit the movement into your natural day. Take opportunities everywhere. There's so many opportunities if you really think about it. If there's a commercial, unfortunately I DVR my shows and I skip through the commercials. But a lot of times during the show, I'll stand up and do like little leg crunches or leg movements. If you don't have the DVR, if you're watching something live, get up and go to the bathroom. Go for a walk. Go for like a walk around your house. Do something. If you're shopping, instead of taking the escalator or the elevator, take the stairs. If you're on the escalator, walk up the stairs. You get up there a little quicker, but you're still walking, you're still moving. When you're shopping, try to just grab like little hand baskets and carry it around, because then you're getting a little bit of resistance, unless obviously if you're grocery shopping, but if you're just getting a couple things, then it also keeps you from buying too much stuff that you don't really need. And everything that you do is going to add up and give you better health. And research shows that when you acknowledge that your activity is good for you, it can deliver even more benefits. And then they tell you how to do it. Everybody knows how to do it, but this is what they're suggesting, is plan your moves. Number one, identify one day a week where you're going to do something that'll be difficult to get in a longer session of that physical activity. So just think like once a week, I'm going to walk an extra 15 minutes. Try to figure it into your day that you're going to walk in the extra 15 minutes. Number two is think about your everyday actions. Brushing your teeth, commuting, working at your desk, cooking dinner. How can you add physical activity to them? I've told you in the past when I brush my teeth, I alternate standing on my right leg when I do the left side of my mouth, and then on my left leg when I do the right side of my mouth. When you're cooking, you can do like little crunches at the sink, while you're waiting. There's a lot of things that you can do to get a little bit of exercise in. And the third thing is to choose 2 points in the day where you can sneak in activity. Write down what you'll do in that space, in the space below, which is down here. I showed you. You should look at that. And then they suggest, taking stairs to your office instead of the elevator and things like that. But everybody kind of knows that, but whatever. So there's so many benefits to exercising. It lowers the risk for many cancers. It helps you to maintain a healthy weight. It reduces stress in your life. It lowers your risk of diabetes and heart disease, and it really just strengthens your immune system. But there's a lot of myths to exercising. And so we talked about 8 myths that we can debunk. The first one is that you can target fat and burn it. Working out relaxes overall muscles, and you can't control what part of your body. If you could control it, if I could control it, if I went for a walk, okay, today I'm going to go for a walk and I want some of my butt to come off. That, I'd walk every day if that worked, but we all know that doesn't work. You can do certain exercises for a specific area of your body to build up muscle, but unfortunately, your body's going to decide where it's going to take that fat deposit from. And if you've got a lot of fat all over your body, eventually it'll get to the area that you want. It's like you got to pick a number. Pick a number and wait. It's like when you're exercising, your body's saying, pick a number and wait. And how many times in life you just pick a number and you wait, that you just do. So you just know that in the long run, the benefits are going to pay off and you are going to get rid of that fat. Number 2, lifting weights is going to bulk you up. No. Lifting weights can help you prevent the loss of muscles, and it helps build your bone density, and it increases the rate at which your body metabolism works. A lot of women don't like to do weight training because they think they're going to get big muscles. A lot of the really big muscle-bound people that you see, they take steroids or some kind of like vitamin supplements or things like that, or they really do work with the weights to get their muscles that big. If you're just doing it for strength training, you're not going to build up massive amounts. You're not going to look like a bodybuilder, but you're going to have a little bit more muscle definition, which is good because muscle does burn. A calorie is a calorie is a calorie, but you're going to burn more fat if you have more muscle. That's why men lose faster than women, because men's body is made up of more muscle than women's. Women's have got more fat. And the reason we have more fat is because for childbearing and things like that. But it can be done. It's just you have to really put your mind to it. Number 3, crunches are always the best moves for your body. No, to shed extra jiggles, increase your cardio workouts and add resistance training that targets the core of your body. Any exercise you're going to do is going to be good for your body, so just don't think like, if I just do crunches, that's all I need to do. You need to do everything. And you have to remember that your abs are made in the kitchen. It depends on the foods that you eat. If you eat too many fatty foods, it only stands to reason it's going to go to form fatty tissue in your belly. Most women, not all women, but most women, their fat deposits are in their belly and their hips. And it's just, you have to eat better to correct that. Number 4, exercise can erase a bad diet. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to know that you could just eat whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted, and all you had to do was get like a couple minutes of exercise in, and it would eliminate all the bad thing that you just did with all that food. You can't outrun your fork, and you can't outtrain a bad habit. A lot of times people think that if I just use a little bit more exercise, then I can eat more. I find that I need to walk to lose weight. I just need that little bit of exercise for my body. But that doesn't mean that I can go and have an extra piece of cake and then I walk around the block and then the cake is gone. No, it's just, look at some different trackers and see, and it'll show you how much exercise you have to do just to work off a certain thing that you're eating. And then just think, I wish I would have looked beforehand, but I mean, like, if you were to have a donut, I would think you probably got to run for a couple miles to build off that donut. Now, why would you want to run a couple miles and then come home and eat a donut? Although donuts are good. I'm not saying they're not, but I mean, any food is not bad for you if you don't eat it in excess. You can have that occasional candy bar. You can have that occasional donut, slice of cake. You can have that. It's just when you eat it in excess that it's bad. Number 5 is when you stop strength training, your muscle turns to fat. Muscle can't turn into fat, and fat can't turn into muscle. They're completely different tissues. You can build up your muscle and you can lower your belly fat, but you're not going to switch them out. It would be nice if, like, you could do like when you go for 2 for 1 and you can get a cup of soup and a half a sandwich, and you can pick your soup and you can pick your sandwich, and then you can tell what you want on this and you can say what you want on that. You can't do that with your muscles in your body. You have to work to train to get your muscles bigger or stronger, and you got to work to get rid of the excess fatty tissue in your body. When you stop strength training, when you do stop this strength training, you do lose your muscle mass and your metabolism slows down, which means that you're going to burn fewer calories, which means that you're going to increase your fat. That only stands to reason that you don't want to stop strength training. Because what the point of the strength training is to build your muscles up. And once you get them built up, you want to keep them built. You don't want them to fall back into going into the bad sense of getting fat again. Number 6 is you need to spend hours and hours and hours at the gym. No, you can get the same results at home. You can get the same results walking on a treadmill as you can walking around in your basement. That was for you, Sandy. That was for me. That was for Sandy. It doesn't matter where you walk as long as you walk. Obviously, if you're walking on a treadmill, it's at a steadier pace. You can track it. You can know what you're going. It makes you stay at that pace. You can't, like if you're walking outside, you can either speed up or slow down. But if you set your treadmill to go at a certain, like 2 miles, you're going to have to walk to keep up with that to get to the 2 miles. But you'd have to know that you can do the exercise no matter what. You don't have to have like a gazillion million things. If you don't have weights, you have a gallon of milk, lift a gallon of milk. Just go like that. You've got cans of food in the cupboard. Put them in one of your little shopping bags and just use that. There's all kinds of things. You can just walk around your house. You can sit in a chair and do chair exercises. If you have a TV or a YouTube channel or YouTube or internet, you can go and do exercises. There's all kinds of things on the internet you can find. So that you can't use the excuse that I can't afford a gym membership, because you don't need a gym to lose weight. Your body, when you work out, your body activates its limited supply of carbohydrates first. So, where was I going with that? Oh, to get the most out of a workout, strength training, you need to do before you cardio exercise. You have to back the bus up. Let me start again. It says you don't need to spend hours at the gym. To get the most out of a workout, strength training before cardio aerobics, you need to work out your body because it activates its limited supply of carbohydrates first. I got ahead of my notes. Sorry about that. And that's the strength training is the best fuel for your carbohydrate aerobic exercise. And what you should do is you should aim for 150 minutes of moderate physical activity a week. I know when you say 150 minutes, you go, oh my gosh, 150 minutes. Sandy, that's a lot of minutes. But if you break it down, it's about 23 minutes a day. You can afford 23 minutes a day. And I've been told that it doesn't necessarily it's better if you do it all in a row. But as long as you get 23 minutes in, try to get, even if you have to do them in little 5-10 minute spurts, if that's all you can afford, it's better to do it 23 at a time. But if all you can do is 5 or 10 minutes here or there, it's better to do 5 or 10 here or there than not to do them at all. Number 7 myth is to stretch before exercising. No, it's more effective to stretch after you exercise when your muscles are warm. I know that at our water aerobics class, she does a few exercises to work up to the stretching. And I guess what I got out of this was that you do want to stretch a little bit if you're going to run, because you don't want to mess up your muscles and stuff like that. But they're saying that you shouldn't go into a major stretch. When you're all done exercises, then you should do some major stretching. I know for our water aerobics, we usually in the water, we do warm-up exercises, which aren't really stretches. They're just slower portion of our exercise that we're going to do. And we do that for about 10 minutes. And then we do 20 minutes of aerobic exercise. And then we do 20 minutes of slowed down exercise. And then we do 10 minutes of just stretching. So, and I understand that. And she's always stressing to us not to let your muscles get cold, because that's when you do the most damage to your muscles, when they're cold. And stretching can release stress, decrease your muscle tension, and improve your posture and your circulation. And the 8th myth is the more you sweat, the more you burn. No. Sweat is a biological response that cools your skin and regulates your body temperature. It doesn't, a lot of times you'll think, well, I'm losing all that fluid, and it's, oh, am I sweating all this weight off? That's just a temporary loss, because as soon as you drink some water, you're going to replace it. The body regulates you. When you're cold, it shivers, and when you're hot, it sweats. That's just the body taking care of you. And you have to remember that the more fit you are, the better chances you have to fight off diseases. So what you want to do is get motivated. So hopefully you got something out of that, because I know I kind of rambled a little bit on that, but my notes were, she was talking a lot today, and I was trying to scribble as I was going along, and And I know it's silly, but I wasn't in my usual seat because we're getting a lot of new people, and if you don't get there right on time, and my posse, as I say, they weren't there today because I knew they had other things and they weren't gonna be there. So I sat in a completely different place, and it was like, I'm a creature of habit. That's all I can say is I'm a creature of habit. But anyway, I still went, I still stayed, I still got a lot out of it, and hopefully you did too. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do a daily vlog. Once a week I do a grocery haul. Every once in a while I throw in a recipe, and if it's your birthday, let me know. I'll sing to you on your birthday, and we just have a lot of fun. So give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. So I will talk to you guys on my daily vlog. Okay, I got to thinking that some of you that have a just do online might not get be able to see the weekly. So it's just like a cardboard, and it's just two-sided, obviously. And then the back is the recipe, which is a flank steak for 8 points. You know, I might try this, but not do like this. I haven't had flank steak. I don't think I've ever had a flank steak, but I think I might kind of jazz it up a little bit my own way and try it out. But if you try this one, let me know how you like it, because it does look interesting, as they say. So there's the recipe. Well, I apologize for all the little background scratchy noises. I'm watching my daughter's dog for the weekend because she went away with her husband and Sophia, and Daisy's a little nervous, so she was doing a lot of walking, and I have hardwood floors, and so her nails were kind of clipping along, and I didn't realize that, so I apologize.